So today we have Mrs. Raina Krishnatray with us. She is the principal of Delhi Word Public School at Greater Noida. Mrs. Krishnatray is a very seasoned and experienced educationist. She has worked with Delhi Public School Group, and she also has had an experience in boarding school. So welcome to Education 360, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Captain Roy. Good to see you.
So my first question to you, ma'am, is what is the right age to send the child to a boarding school, and what justification would be there for that age?
See, usually, ma'am, the boarding schools or the boarding facility in day schools, it begins from class 4 onwards. It's because the child, before class 4 is not that much mature to join a boarding school and needs that tender care of both the parents.
Now, I have since many years been observing that number of times when the children are not performing academically very well in a day school. So that is the time parents get shaken up and they start contemplating the options of sending the child to a boarding school. So first of all, is that the right approach, that because the child is not performing well in a day school, they should start considering the boarding school? And also what factors they should consider before they make such a decision?
Very good question, Captain Roy. And as you are aware, I have been hostel warden for boys hostel in a very renowned school in NCR. And I have observed these boys and girls also very closely. And this decision of the parents that you're not studying, you're not behaving, you are not learning etiquettes, you're not getting groomed, let me send you to the boarding school. This should not come as a penalty at all. So many grown-up boys, growing up boys, and they feel left out and they feel that they have been shunned out of their families as a punishment. This does not work positively. Nothing which gives us negativity will bring out positivity or development. Parents cannot shirk their responsibility. They have to chart the progress of their children, whether academic or otherwise. So boarding school is not a place of punishment as such, not a place of correction. It is a different kind of a school with a lot of regime, lot of routine there. See, I have observed in boarding schools, children come when the parents are not getting along well, and they are like passing the buck on each other, and so they send them to boarding school. Sometimes there's a single parent who cannot take the responsibility of work and domestic things altogether. They send them to boarding schools. And so many times there are security issues with some people who are very high profile. They send their kids to boarding schools. But parents must remember that just by mere spending money and sending the children to boarding school, the purpose will not get solved. True. Because boarding schools, they offer a lot of routine, lot of regime, and there's all-round development, but then the child has to be willful. And before you make a right choice, you need to really analyze what your child is going for. Is the child interested? Is the child willing to go? Because just putting the child away from the family for one's own convenience doesn't result in any positive outcomes.
I am thankful to you for being very candid, ma'am, and for considering that the willingness of the child and the comfort and the future prospects of the child are more important than, just getting rid of your responsibilities. Thanks for that input. So, ma'am, now, as you mentioned in your previous answer, that at times there are concerns like parents are not getting along very well. There's a single parent or there are security issues. So parents decide to send them to send children to a boarding school. So I'm sure nothing is, absolute. There must be a lot of advantages of sending the child to a boarding school, and there must be the flip side of it. So would you please just discuss that a little bit in detail?
Sure. Good question again, ma'am. And see, the advantages are that your child becomes independent, self-reliant. There's a lot of honing of interpersonal skills, defense mechanism, and there is a kind of social sense that becomes very strong. Then second is that the child becomes more mature because he or she is taking care of his or her own work there. They have to do their own wardrobe. They have to, manage their own study table. It's not like at home, like mama is going to do. And thirdly, usually in boarding school, that is what they are known for. There's a very good morning regime, and then evening prep class, then dinner, lunch, and they also learn to eat everything, because at home maybe they're not eating. So good eating habits, good social skills, good interpersonal skills, and study habits also may be formed subjective to the interest of the child and subjective to the environment the boarding school is providing, because the time is scheduled in such a regime that the child has to come out as a disciplined, self-reliant individual. So if it is happening to the purpose, to the effect, there's nothing like it. Flip side is that child develops such strong sense of individuality. And I used to talk to so many boys, somewhere some boys would be so hurt that, look, I have been sent here because my family is not able to either cope with my mannerisms, my conduct, or my parents are not able to take care of me, they don't have time for me. So this kind of void settles in most of the cases, especially as we started our conversation, especially when the children are in class 4, 5, 6, 7. So they don't want to stay away from the parents. So that is the flip side. Second thing is, sometimes our own value system back at our homes is very strong and we want to instill that. So that does not happen.
All right.
Thirdly, we as parents want to monitor the progress and influence the development and growth of our children day in, day out. That does not happen. And fourth is, this is again very important, very crucial, that when the child is with us, we come to know the child. We also, with our own child, own baby, we develop that bond over a period of time, gradually. So that bond misses. And what happens is that in the boarding school, there are so many things that do not come to the knowledge of the parents. There could be any kinds of issues. And so when your child is not in boarding, is in a day school, the parent has a very clear tab as to what the child is doing, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses, what is it that the child is interested in. Is my child getting equal opportunities? Is my child getting bullied? Or is my child feeling mentally healthy? So it is not that I am against or in favor of boarding schools, but yes, the purpose must be very clear.
Right.
To child A, boarding school could do fantastic, and to child B, it could further bring his personality down. So it depends. It's so subjective.
Exactly. I think it varies from person to person, child to child, family to family. So they have to be the right judge of making this decision.
Yes.
So,
Conscious decision, conscious and
yes.
very wise.
Raina ma'am, my last question to you is, if a family has decided to send the child to a boarding school, so what are the factors they must consider before they really make their choice between number of schools that they have shortlisted?
Fantastic question. Yeah, before they do that, they must see, they must go and check the hostel. They must check the food. They must see the rooms, the dormitories where the children have to stay. And then thirdly, it's very important to see that what is the size of the evening prep. Evening prep, we refer to the classes, academic classes. And how many tutors are engaged for how many children. In some very good schools, there's one school in Dehradun. I would not like to name it here, but there the teacher-student ratio is like 8 students. They are being monitored by one warden. So it's a close relationship between the warden and the children. Washrooms have to be seen. And also it has to be seen that what are the sports facilities the school is offering in the evening. So many times the boarding schools, they just commit that we are going to do this and that, and later they do not follow what they have committed. So that's very important. So we see the food availability, the mess, the hygiene, the washrooms, the rooms, dormitories. And on the academic front, it is very important to see that what are the arrangements for the academic prep in the evening. And yes, what is their program? What is their policy for giving the feedback to the parents, whether it is academic or whether it is otherwise for the child. So all these things, then safety, security is very important. And the kind of children who are coming there, and how many boys, how many girls they are putting up in one room, what are the medical facilities, what is the backup the school would provide in case of any kind of contingency, emergency. So all that must be seen.
All right. So very comprehensively covered, ma'am. Thank you so much for coming to our channel and speaking to our audience.